Here the story begins. A boy and his family decided to check out a ghost house. Seems like a fun idea, right? But by the end of it, they were running out of there like their lives depended on it. Why? What did they see? And what would you have done in their place? Stay tuned, because this story is full of twists, laughs, and maybe a little suspense. Let's dive in. So, meet Mike, the dad of the family. Mike's the kind of guy who's always up for an adventure, or at least, that's what he tells himself. One day, he finds this crazy deal online, half-price tickets to a famous haunted house in town. He thinks it's the perfect way to spend a Saturday with his wife, Laura, their teenage son, Ethan, and their little daughter, Lily. Laura's not convinced. Mike, are you sure about this? Haunted houses always end up being a bad idea. But Mike's like, Smon, what's the worst that could happen? It's all fake anyway. And Ethan, well, he's a teenager, so he's already glued to his phone and could not care less. Lily, on the other hand, is excited. She's 7, and the idea of ghosts seems more fun than scary. So off they go, armed with nothing but Mike's confidence and a couple of granola bars in Laura's purse. The haunted house looks interesting. It's old, creaky, and straight out of a horror movie. Laura gives Mike a look. You know, the one that says, "This was a bad idea, and I will remind you later." But Mike, oh, he's all smiles. It's just for fun. He says, famous last words. They step inside, and at first it's your typical haunted house setup. Dim lights, fake cobwebs, creepy mannequins in dusty corners. Mike's cracking dad jokes like, "Hey Laura, do you think these skeletons get dental coverage?" Laura rolls her eyes, and Ethan mutters, "This is so lame." But then, the lights start flickering. At first, it's just annoying, but then they hear something. A faint whisper. It's coming from the walls. Lily tugs on Laura's sleeve and says, "Mommy, do you hear that?" Laura shrugs it off. "It's just a sound effect, sweetie." But when Mike tries to lead them into the next room, the door won't budge. He laughs nervously. Must be jammed, so he pushes harder. And suddenly, it swings open with a loud creak. On the other side, a long, dark hallway. Now, at this point, you'd think they'd leave. But Mike's like, "It's all part of the experience. Let's keep going." Oh, Mike, always optimistic even when he shouldn't be. They walk down the hallway, and it feels like it's getting colder with every step. Not normal cold, like turn down the thermostat cold, but that icy chill that makes your spine tingle. Ethan finally looks up from his phone and says, Dad, this place feels weird." They enter a room at the end of the hall, and there's a huge mirror on the wall. You know, the kind that feels like it's watching you back. Lily points at it and says, "Mommy, look." In the reflection, they see themselves, but there's something off. There's an extra figure, a woman, standing in the corner of the room. She's wearing a white dress, her hair covering her face. Ethan freezes. Is that supposed to be there? Mike tries to laugh it off. Of course, it's just a hologram or something. But then, she moves. Not in the mirror, but in the room. Laura grabs Lily's hand and says, "We're leaving." Now, Mike doesn't argue this time. They head back toward the hallway, but the door they just came through, it's gone. Just a blank wall. At this point, even Mike's confidence is shaken. They're trapped, and the whispers are getting louder. Lily clings to Laura. Ethan's trying to act brave, and Mike, well, let's just say he's regretting that coupon. Finally, they find a door marked exit. Relief washes over them, and Mike says, "See, I told you it's just a game." But when he pushes the door open, they're not outside. They're back in the first room. Everything's quiet, too quiet. Laura gives Mike a glare that could melt steel. "This is your fault." Mike doesn't even try to argue. He just says, "Let's go, now." They bolt for the entrance, practically tripping over each other to get out. When they finally make it to the car, Mike tries to laugh. Well, that was something, but Laura cuts him off. "Next time, we're going to a movie." So, what was up with that house? Was it all part of the attraction, or was there something real going on? Honestly, the Johnson family doesn't care to find out. Mike's deleted every deal app on his phone. Laura's sworn off haunted houses for life. And Ethan, he's busy telling his friends he wasn't scared, even though we know the truth. Thanks for listening. If you've ever had a spooky or funny experience like this, let me know. I'd love to share it in a future episode. Until next time, stay curious, stay brave, and remember, not every door needs to be opened.